Thank you for watching YY Media. Thank you for loving us, liking our stories, and sharing them. But before we proceed, we ask new viewers to subscribe to this YouTube channel, YY Media. Like and share our videos. It's me, Yolisigira Yazid. As you are well aware that today is World AIDS Day. It's a day to get testimonies from people who are living with the disease. So today I visited Madam Christine. Madam Christine is an HIV patient who has lived with the illness for over 26 years. So we are here to get her story. Mami, you're most welcome to YY Media. Okay, you tell our viewers about you, about who you are.
Yes, I'm Christine Obuya by names. I'm 63 years old, a retired professional midwife from Iganga Hospital. I retired 3 years back. And a person living with HIV for 26 years now.
Okay, Mami, without wasting your time, I would like to know, how did you come to know that you have HIV/AIDS?
Okay, before I talk about how did I know, I want to congratulate you. Thank you for coming to share with me. And on behalf of people living with HIV, nationally and globally, but especially Iganga district where I stay, I really congratulate you for this day. This is the day we are commemorating our people who are living with HIV. We even remember those who passed due to HIV. We thank the families who have been supporting those people who passed on. We thank the families who are supporting those people living with HIV. And I have a small song for you who is there who is HIV negative, because you have really given us support in all ways. Now this song is for behalf of people who are living with HIV. We are the ones, we are the people, we are the ones who live with HIV. We are the ones, we are the people, we are the ones who live with HIV. We need your comfort and support, care and love. Please give us hope to live. We need your comfort and support, care and love. Please give us hope to live. Thank you so much for listening to that song. We really need your comfort. Please don't stigmatize us. Don't discriminate us. We are your people and we shall always remain your people.
Sometimes you didn't like it. Maybe some of you are just victims of circumstances. You just found yourself having the HIV. So, Mami, going back to the question, how do you come to know that you are HIV positive?
Okay, thank you for that question. It was long back in 1995 when my health changed. I used to be a very heavy midwife. But in 1995, my condition deteriorated. I started losing weight. I started being irritable. So when I saw the lab assistant in our hospital, I talked to him privately that they are talking of STIs and HIVs among. You never know, maybe it has arrived. Iganga, it has arrived to some of us. He took it as a laugh and said, it's okay, but we have not yet opened the services of testing. But if I take your sample to Kampala, I'll let you know. So when he took my sample, and unfortunately, he wanted to go for further studies. At the same time, was transferred, so he left for Lago and further studies. So the things ended there. I continued with my life. I did not know whether I was positive or not. But now, after 3 years down the road, the sickness came back again, malaria, fevers, on and off, general body weakness. So that's when I said, no, it is a high time I take that test myself. So that test was done in where? In the Mengo Hospital. They found that it was too late. My body had already acquired the HIV, which had destroyed my body. That's why now I was having low immunity, suffering from all types of sickness. Flu puts me down, general body pain, weakness, loss of appetite, all that because I had taken long before. So in 2001, they confirmed that I was HIV positive. And that time the services, they were not like now things were moving very fast. That time things were moving very slowly. At the same time they realized that I had the tuberculosis, and they had to put me on ARVs. 2 weeks they stopped and they started with the drugs of TB. After when I stabilized, after 2 weeks they put me back on ARVs and TB. It was not easy to take the ARVs and then at the same time take the TB drugs. Remember, the ARVs had so many side effects. I used to have what they call the nightmare. I almost refused to take the drug, but because of the support from Dr. Mwangusi, who is now the present DHO of Iganga district.
Okay. Yeah, Mami, yeah. So, Mami, before we go there, I would like to know what was your first impression after learning that you had the HIV/AIDS. How did you feel? What were your feelings?
As a health worker, I really wondered if we are the ones supposed to treat and save life. Now again, I'm the very one getting the disease which they said has no cure. The first question came to mind that why me? Among all health workers, because that time there is nobody I had known among the health workers. Maybe they were there hidden, but mine was now open because I had really shown all the signs. So the thing was, why me?
So then, as you told us that after getting to know that you had HIV/AIDS, then how did you start on the treatment? Like which medicine were you taking by that time?
By that time, we didn't have services in Iganga Hospital, so everything was done in Mengo Hospital. So they started me on the ARVs. They cancelled me and started me on the ARVs and told me for how long I was going to use it. It was up to end of my life. They put me on stavapin, lamivudine, and efavirenz. And efavirenz I was taking at night. That was the one which had given me serious nightmares.
Okay, you tell us, were you married by that time? And what was the status of the husband and maybe the children?
By that time, I was already having a husband, and when we had the children, and the husband, he was working somewhere. He was working with medical stores, and then me, I was working in Iganga Hospital, so we could come over the weekend. And me also, I could also go to Kampala like married people. But now I didn't know much whether he had already tested. Remember, the issues of HIV was not so common in the people's mouth. It was something even people didn't want to hear about. So for him, later on when I learned, he was telling me I was losing weight, I didn't look nice. Even me, I said, but even you to me these days, what is happening? You are not that jolly husband of mine who used to be jolly. She said, I think it is the issue of school fees and stress at work. There are so many things around at work. I'm really stressed with the work. So we took things like that. But later on, I came to learn that for him being in Kampala, he had already also accessed the services and he tested himself. And he later on told me that I'm also taking some drugs. And they said, this is disturbing me. He was not open, but later on as we stayed, we saw the drugs. They were not the same, but of course they were ARVs.
So, and by that time, you didn't even bother to know who was to blame for the sickness, who brought it?
Because of lack of information on how HIV is transmitted, we didn't bother so much. We didn't matter because we used to think that HIV is for harlots, people who move from place to place, but now we have a fumbo. Now I didn't know where did it come from. In fact, that was not a question. It was not a question. We didn't go into detail. How did we get it? No, we didn't go into detail.
You told us that you had 3 children with your husband. Were they also infected?
No, they were not. Now the one who passed away, we don't know because the services were not there. We never thought of even about HIV testing. They were not tested.
Okay, we are still with Mami Christine trying to tell us about HIV/AIDS and how she got it. Then we'd like to know, Mami, how have you managed to live with HIV for all these years? You told us about 26 years.
Okay, how have I lived all these years? At the beginning, as I said, it was not easy. But when I came out of that, the issue of stigma was first there. We were among the first few people to be known by maybe people from Iganga, maybe among the health workers, so people were learning from us, people who are HIV look like this. But when I came out of it, when I resumed my duty, I got the opportunity through my bosses at work. They gave me opportunity to go to other places for workshops more about HIV. So I came back and started also synthesizing my people so that they could come up, and I became open, that going now what public, and one of the things which has helped me, the issue of the stigma, I'm not there anymore. When I became public, those who used to talk about me, they could even come physical and ask questions about HIV. So now I came out. So with my work as a health worker, I was getting a salary, I was managing to educate my children, I also go in for loans, I get support from other good Samaritans, and I continue educating my children. I had to maintain the diet, I had to do exercises, I had to sleep under a mosquito net. I didn't want to get any malaria attack because of the low immunity I already have. Then I had to make sure that the water I drink is really safe water. For drink, either boiling, but that time they brought us a water guard tablets and we were treating our water. So that's how I managed to live. And then being free with the people. When anybody wants to know anything about HIV, it doesn't hurt me. I share the what? I share the information. So to the youth, please take care of yourself. Work with the friends who are good, who want to development, who want to learn about studies for your future, because the future lands in your hands.
Okay, finally, Mami would like to know, for the time you've been with the HIV/AIDS, have you tried to use the herbal medicine, and does it work?
With the herbal medicine, I'm totally negative about herbal medicine. I don't, and I've never used. People try to tell me that I use the chidomolo and whatever. I said, let Arabs do the work, and I've never used herbal medicine.
What today is about chidomolo? How is it used?
That you take it. Why refuse to hear about the herb? They don't know the dose. They just take it, that you take it in the morning, at night. When you ask what is the dose, they don't know. They don't know. And even the preparation, I don't know. So I'm not really ready for herbal.
Okay, thank you for watching us. That was the testimony of Mami Christine. Thank you for loving us. But we ask new viewers to subscribe to this YouTube channel, Wire Media. Don't just stop at watching. We beg you that you share. It was me, Yolisigira Yazid. See you again.